Irrespective of whichever program you are applying for to get a valid visa to travel to Canada, you will need to go through some sort of medical tests. My wife too had to do her medicals when we had applied for her PR. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what is the program that we applied for, when was the medical request letter generated and how it was communicated to us. And then I will have my wife Ankita in this video wherein she will share what are the key things that she had to keep in mind before preparing for the tests, how and where she booked her appointment, and finally her own experience of getting the tests done. So let's get started. Hi guys and welcome back to Ole Canada. So starting with the program under which we had applied for my wife's PR, it was the family sponsorship. Under the family sponsorship, we had applied for Outland program. We have a detailed video that explains what an Outland and Inland application is, but in a nutshell, Outland simply means that the sponsor, which is me in this case, was residing in Canada and my wife, who was the principal applicant, was residing in her home country, that's India. If you have been following our channel, a lot of the content that we have posted has been around the spousal sponsorship programs. The reason we have those videos is to just share the knowledge that we had gained after undergoing the experience and preparing the application all by ourselves. If you are also looking to sponsor your spouse or your partner, or you know someone else who wants to, we have an entire playlist that contains videos around the different aspects of the application process. If you want to know which are the forms that are applicable to you, or how to fill those forms, or what are the things that you need to keep in mind while you are going through the journey, that playlist is going to be really helpful. So look for the link in the cards above or in the description box below. We had submitted a paper application in December 2020 and we had received the medical request letter on 26th of Feb 2021, and we received this request in our GCKey account. If you want to know more details on the timeline of our application process, we have a detailed video out there. You can find it in the cards above or in the description box below. Giving you a quick overview of what that request letter looks like. The letter contained instructions on how to go about with the medical examination. And from the day you receive the letter, you will have 90 days to complete your medical examination. And this examination cannot just simply be done by any physician or at any hospital. There is an approved list of panel physicians where you have to go, book an appointment, go for the medical test on the day that you have booked it, and once you're done, that medical center will send the results of your test to IRCC. In the medical instruction letter, you will have a URL under the Who May Complete Your Immigration Medical Examination. You click on this URL, it will open up in a browser. You need to select the country in which you reside. So my wife, the principal applicant, resided in India at that time. So click on go and you will have the list of all physicians available in your country ordered by the city. And then you pick the physician which is closest to you geographically or whatever that criteria for you would be, and then go ahead and book the tests. So now let me call Ankita in this video, who will then share where and how she booked the appointment, what are the things she kept in mind, and finally her experience of undergoing the test. So let me get her here. So now that she's here, we are going to start with how and where to book an appointment.
Based on the list of hospitals that IRCC had provided, I selected a hospital in Delhi which was nearby my home. I had shortlisted 2 or 3 of them. And I called each one of the hospital to check unki fees kya hai. While I was doing that, I got to know that every hospital has got their own charges. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको हर हॉस्पिटल में कॉमन फीस मिलेगी, बट बेस्ड ऑन आपको क्या टेस्ट्स करवाने हैं, आपको कहाँ का वीज़ा लगवाना है, दे विल recommend कि क्या फीस रहेगी. So based on that, I selected साधु वासवानी हॉस्पिटल. Some of you who have been following us would know कि in our case मुझे बायोमेट्रिक की रिक्वेस्ट 1-2 दिन पहले आ गई थी and we waited for our medical request actually. So medical request आने के बाद हॉस्पिटल शॉर्टलिस्ट करने के बाद based on the fees and घर से कौन सा नज़दीक रहेगा. So I booked my appointment with VFS first, and VFS की appointment के बेसिस पे लाइक आई देयर वाज अ गैप ऑफ 1 डे इन बिटवीन. फिर 3rd डे मैंने अपना मेडिकल अपॉइंटमेंट साधु वासवानी हॉस्पिटल में बुक कर दिया था. VFS के लिए हमने कैसे बुकिंग की थी और कैसा हमारा एक्सपीरियंस रहा था, वील बी शेयरिंग दैट इन अ सेपरेट वीडियो. एंड वाइल आई वाज बुकिंग, एज आई सेड, मैंने दोबारा से उनसे लिस्ट ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स दैट आर रिक्वायर्ड फ्रॉम माई साइड. While you receive this email, IRCC does mention कि आपको क्या क्या कैरी करना है, बट वी वुड सजेस्ट कि आप हॉस्पिटल से भी चेक कर लीजिए कि क्या क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स वो सजेस्ट कर रहे हैं आपको कैरी करने के लिए.
So the next item is, what are the things that you had to keep in mind while preparing for the medical examination?
To answer this question, I've made a note. I actually kept 5 things in my mind for my medical test. First is your clothing. आपका मेडिकल टेस्ट में आपके ब्लड सैंपल लिया जाएगा. सो आई एंश्योर्ड आई वाज वेयरिंग हाफ स्लीव्स, कंफर्टेबल क्लोथिंग, जीन्स एंड टॉप. क्लोथिंग के अंडर आप लोग एक और चीज़ ध्यान में रख लेना कि एक्सरे होता है, सो दे विल टेल यू टू रिमूव ऑल योर मेटेलिक आइटम्स. द सेकेंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट आइटम ड्यूरिंग द टाइम व्हेन आई वेंट फॉर माई मेडिकल वॉज कोविड न्यूज़. VFS या मेडिकल सेंटर्स तब इतने ज़्यादा खुले नहीं थे. So we always kept ourselves updated with the latest COVID news. The third thing that was on our list was the documents. We double checked what all documents we carried. So I carried the request letter from IRCC. मेडिकल का जो आप लोगों को रिक्वेस्ट लेटर आया होगा. सेकेंड, माई ओरिजिनल पासपोर्ट. Additional ID proofs such as Aadhaar card. I took my Aadhaar card and couple of photographs as well, because I remember during my medical test वहाँ पे वो लोग एक फॉर्म देते हैं जो अपने को फिल करना होता है, एंड उस फॉर्म पे they will also ask you to paste your photograph as well. So I had carried 6-7 passport size photographs with me. जो अपने IRCC में फोटोग्राफ देते हैं वैसा लेने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. It was just a normal white background based passport size photograph that I'd used. Do carry some cash as well whenever you go for your medical tests. I remember in my case जब पेमेंट करने की बात आई थी कुछ इशू हो गया था, मशीन was not working, so I had to pay cash. So I would recommend whenever you are going for your medical test, do carry some cash along with your card as well. And before going for the appointment, just ensure कि आप एक बारी हॉस्पिटल वालों से कॉल करके स्पेसिफिकली ये पूछ लो कि आपको फास्टिंग करने की ज़रूरत है या नहीं. इन माई केस दे सजेस्टेड नॉट टू फास्ट, बट डिपेंड करता है कि आप लोगों की वीज़ा रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या है. सो वट एवर इट इज़ दे विल सजेस्ट यू.
So what was your overall experience of going through that medical examination, if you can share that?
The medical center that I had selected is Sadhu Vaswani Hospital. I arrived at the hospital 30 minutes before just to ensure that I find the right location within the hospital where these tests were done. And thank God I arrived early because COVID का time था and काफ़ी भीड़ थी. These medical centers and as well as the VFS तब इतनी ज़्यादा फ्रीक्वेंसी पे अपॉइंटमेंट्स नहीं मिल रहे थे. सो दैट्स वाई प्रोबेबली काफ़ी लोग थे. आफ्टर अराइविंग एट द राइट लोकेशन विद इन द हॉस्पिटल दे आस्क्ड अस टू वेट फॉर सम टाइम, एंड प्लस दे ऑल्सो गेव अस क्यू कार्ड्स बेस्ड ऑन द सीक्वेंस. कार्ड के साथ साथ दे ऑल्सो गेव अस अ फॉर्म. 3 या 4 पेजेस का फॉर्म था जो हमको फिल करना था, एंड वी ऑल्सो हैड टू पेस्ट आवर फोटोग्राफ्स. Along with the form submission, we were asked to pay around 6,000 rupees. As I said, I was carrying cash, तो मैंने cash दे दिया, and they also gave a receipt for that.
Also, if you have a tattoo on your body, you will be asked to do one more type of blood test. The fees for that is going to be on top of what we already paid. So this brings us to the question of what are the tests that you had to undergo?
I was asked to undergo some basic physical checkups, such as height, body, weight measurements. Post that, they also did an X-ray. एंड मोस्टली वो एक्सरे टीबी चेक करने के लिए होता है. दे ऑल्सो आस्क फॉर अ यूरिन सैम्पल, सो दे विल डू योर यूरिन टेस्ट एज वेल. एंड फाइनली देर वॉज अ डायरेक्ट कंसल्टेशन विद द फिजिशियन. इन माई केस शी वॉज अ लेडी डॉक्टर, एंड आई थिंक फीमेल्स को शायद लेडी डॉक्टर ही मिलती हैं. शी विल आस्क सम बेसिक सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, पास्ट मेडिकल हिस्ट्री, कुछ कैंसर या ऐसी कुछ रिलेटेड डिजीजेस तो नहीं है फैमिली में. शी विल ऑल्सो आस्क क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू टैटूज एंड एनी पास्ट सर्जरीज दैट यू माइट हैव अंडरगॉन. इफ यू हैव अंडरगॉन अ सर्जरी, शी माइट आस्क मोर क्वेश्चंस या कुछ एक्स्ट्रा टेस्ट करने बोलेंगे, बट दैट इज ऑल नॉर्मल. सो जो भी है आपको ट्रूथफुली उनको आंसर देना है. It took me around 4 hours to complete my entire medical tests. 4 घंटे भी शायद इसलिए लगे because as I said it was during COVID times and medical tests और VFS I remember उसी time appointments लेना चालू की थी. So that's why I think it took 4 hours for us. जो फॉर्म उन लोगों ने हमको पहले दिया था, I was under the impression that we need to submit that form and they will take that फॉर्म विद देम. बट टुवर्ड्स द एंड फॉर्म पे स्टैम्प लगा के साइन करवा के वो फॉर्म उन्होंने मुझे ही वापस दे दिया. सो आई वॉज लिटिल स्केयर्ड एंड स्केप्टिकल कि रिजल्ट्स कैसे ये लोग अपलोड करेंगे एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. सो डू नॉट वरी, इवन इन योर केस अगर उन लोगों ने आपको वो फॉर्म वापस दे दिया है, सो इट्स ओके. आपके रिजल्ट्स डायरेक्टली आपको पोर्टल पे दिख जाएंगे, एंड इवन विद द रिजल्ट्स यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू सी द टेस्ट रिजल्ट्स क्या आए हैं. इट विल ईदर बी अ पास और फेल मैसेज इन योर पोर्टल. सो इन आवर केस वी रिसीव्ड अ पास्ड मैसेज. 6th of March I did my medical tests and around 9th of March को पोर्टल पे मेडिकल्स पास्ट करके आ गया था. दिस वॉज माई ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस ड्यूरिंग द कोविड टाइम्स. अगर आप लोगों का कुछ अलग एक्सपीरियंस रहा है एंड आपने अगर रिसेंटली मेडिकल टेस्ट दिए हैं तो डू शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंस इन द कॉमेंट सेक्शन बिलो, सो दैट द पीपल हु आर इन द प्रोसेस उन लोगों को आइडिया हो जाए कि अगर कुछ चेंजेस हुए हैं या इफ देयर इज समथिंग एडिशनल दैट यू हैव डन, दैट विल बी हेल्पफुल.
So thank you so much Ankita for sharing your experience. Do you have any other closing comments or tips for the viewers?
The only comment I have is stay calm and relaxed. Follow the instructions that IRCC has given. They are very crisp and very precise. If you have any doubts or concerns, you can anytime give a call back to the hospital, reschedule your appointments and check with them. In neither of the cases, I believe they are very helpful and they will definitely give a solution to your problem as well. We wish you all the very best. जिन लोगों का भी medical appointment या VFS appointments आने वाले हैं, just stay calm and go with the flow and just enjoy your journey.
So this brings us to the end of this video. If you find this video to be helpful, please do not forget to hit that like button. And if you relate to the content of this channel, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button as well.
Thank you so much for watching. See you all in our next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.